Hi ladies, I am hopping on very quick. I just wanted to do a very light look today, which reminded me of a customer that I had asking me questions about textured skin, especially when they're starting to mature more and have wrinkles and that kind of thing to deal with. Now, my way of doing a light coverage look is going to actually be very similar and probably give you some tips. So if you are a mature lady, have some texture on your face, hopefully you can use some of these tips. Or again, if you're more my age or similar complexion or anything like that, you can take it away as more of a light covered look. So all I'm going to use today and show off is my highlight colors and my Bella bronzer, okay? So I have my brush, Blush and Bronzer brush. I just had a brain fart. So I'm just going to go in. I should say if you're watching, say hi. And then if you're watching this in replay, just drop a hi as well. So I know that you caught this. So there's two different sides to this brush. There's a more dense end and then there's a more fluffy end. So the more dense end is going to give you more coverage and the lighter is going to give you a less coverage, okay? A lighter layer. So that's what I'm going to start out with. And then if I might end up building up just to show you a little bit of a difference. So this technique, so most of the time I always show you how we dab, right? We press it on because we want to get that coverage, especially with me with my redness. If you have other complexion concerns, you definitely want to do more of that pressing motion. But if you really just want to kind of get a little bit of an even tone, hi Melissa, it's good to hear from you. Or again, if you have more textured skin and you just really need a light coverage because maybe I find that a lot of mature skin, you get the texture, but you also don't get as many like crazy skin discoloration and you actually have a fairly good skin tone complexion. So let's just go. So I'm going to use my big fluffy end and go into my highlight shades. And you're just going to bounce it in and pick up. It's not going to be a lot of product. And instead of those pressing motions, you're going to do more of a swirling motion. And so this is not, for me especially, because I do have my redness, it's not going to give me as much coverage, but you can see that it's already giving me a little bit of a coverage. So this swirling motion is going to be really good if you want just a very light coverage. So I'm just going around with my big fluffy end and doing that, okay? So you can see how it already is evening out my skin tone. And this is really nice. I'm just going out with the family to look at some furniture and I don't need to be all made up. I did do my eyeshadows though. I like having my eyes done. But you can see I'm not doing a pressing motion. And this is like, so you can still see a little pink popping through. Okay, now I do want to show you if you want a little bit more coverage, but still doing this swirling motion. The swirling motion is really just giving you, I'm going to say a dusting, even though this is cream, it's not really dust, right? But if you want a little bit of more coverage, and so for textured skin, you may want to do this all over like I just did, but you can, if you have a few spots you want just a little extra coverage, go in and then do that pressing motion just to get a little bit of extra coverage if you need it, okay? Or you can, so I'm just gonna do it on the other side to even me out. So I like a little extra coverage under my eyes and on my cheeks there and maybe even my nose. So I'll do a little pressing motion there, but you can, let me show you, put just a little bit of product on and just do a swirling motion. That's another option if you want a little bit of more coverage than that less dense fluffy end, okay? So that really just evened out my skin tone. Super nice, okay? One more spot that I want to get a little bit more. Okay. Then I also have a lot of people saying, do I have to get contour? No, remember, this is completely customizable. So what I'm going to do instead, and I do recommend this for ladies who are not really interested in contouring but still want a little shape, dimension, and warmth, get our Bella bronzer. and then still this blush and bronzer brush. You can always bundle it together, save, I think it's like $11 if you get the two together. So I'm gonna go into my Bella bronzer and I'm going to squeeze my big fluffy end so it fits right into the tin really nicely. Bounce it a few times just to make sure I got enough product, okay? And then I'm gonna keep it like this and I'm gonna put this right on my cheekbones, and that is going to give me a nice little bronze look, but also enhance those cheekbones just a little bit without still doing contour. But it still gives you that illusion of a lifted cheekbone, okay? Just a little bit. And you can still do swirling motions. Like I said, I always like to squeeze it because I'm gonna pick up my product better and it fits into that tin really well. Then I'm just gonna go back to my big fluffy end and do the top of my forehead, right where the sun naturally hits me. And that's all. Very basic. And of course you can go in with a lip and cheek, an illuminator if you want, but I really want to just show how you can do this swirling effect to still give you evenness, but a lot less, even less product than normal, and help not to enhance any texture that you might have. So I hopefully this was helpful. Drop a comment below if you found that to be helpful or if you're gonna try out anything. But I hope you're all having a fabulous weekend and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.